This week on You Don't Stop, we continue our conversation with hip-hop scholar Rosa Clemente and have more words and music from Divine on Rooftop Live. "2008 was a historic presidential election, but the corporate two-party system virtually ignored the significance of the Green Party ticket, led by two black women, former Congresswoman Cynthia McKinney and activist and scholar Rosa Clemente.
If you want to see an end to the Iraq War, if you want to see real change, then you got to have the courage that Rosa Clemente has, that Cynthia McKinney has. You got to help to create an alternative political party.
It happened real fast, and when I got the call from Cynthia asking me to run for vice president, in 10 days we were in Chicago and got the nomination from the Green Party.
All delegates that are voting in favor of Rosa, please raise their hands. Any against? Abstentions? Rosa is the VP candidate.
I had been a Green Party member for a long time. I always stand with their platform, their vision. I had respected Cynthia for a long time, had a relationship with her. She was one of the few actual black people in Congress that embraced hip hop. She had a hearing on political prisoners. She spoke out against what was going on in Vieques. So, it was if that's what an elected official is, that's what I would want to be, basically. So, we ran, and I was also naive in not understanding the blowback or the backlash we would get, not as just women of color and that, but what really happened was at the end, many people who I would have considered progressive or left, I realized we're really never progressive or left, and it really made me understand what a liberal was. And so many people that call themselves revolutionary or nationalists or progressive, were in the Obama camp. I don't necessarily see as people are wrong. I understand the system we live in. I understand the media. I understand the fact that they only prop up two parties in a democracy, that they don't want to hear people like us. I understand people's want to hope that he was going to be better. A lot of people believe that him as a black man would override corporate politics and all of that, and it doesn't. I get it now, so I don't try to be snarky and be yeah, we were right. But in some ways, I think we did change the game, and I think when the history is really written about her run and my run, that at least we could say there was an oppositional force to these moderate neo-colonial, neoliberal policies that came out of his administration. I would only run again if I thought I could win, but the win would have to be something that the people were asking for. And to be honest, a lot of young people, and I think rightfully so, are rejecting electoral politics. So no, right now, I think my job is to follow where young people are going right now in this growing movement around Black Lives Matter. And I think this is an important moment, and I kind of see my role at the moment as empowering them, trying to get resources to them, and as a professor currently, trying to engage those young people that I'm teaching to be the next line of organizers and activists. I don't feel my role is limited in the academy, but right now, as I'm at Cal State LA, in a college that's predominantly working class young people of color, I see my role as turning them on into organizing and activism and scholarship. If they're coming through my class, they're gonna understand that they're not there to get a job. Ultimately, we go to school and we wanna have careers, but their job is to become critical thinkers and be intellectual and question authority. And so my job as a professor is to show them that you can do that and still achieve success, and kind of break that whole narrative of what success looks like. That it's not monetary, it's not the things you have. It's really what you're choosing to do every day to uplift your community.
You've put out some real dope music as of late, you know what I mean?
some of it's been focused on, you know, saying the political prisoners. You know, I know you don't work around.
Say cool.
And then, you know, also some work around Oscar Lopez.
That's right.
So tell me a bit about that and how you got involved with that and what led to that inspiration.
Well, the whole thing was, you know, like, and the whole Divine RBG and the whole revolutionary but gangster movement and the whole People Army movement, I always, you know, felt held responsible to represent the brown and the black and brown and be like that certain bridge. So when we speak about political prisoners, you know, I always like to, like, you know, be able to shout out, you know, Puerto Rican political prisoners, you know, like Oscar Lopez, you know, that I feel like people are not just remembering, you know, and it's real hood. The whole thing is that there's brothers that done sacrificed their lives, man, for us to be out here and be able to walk the way we walking with certain freedoms, man. And if people don't appreciate the freedoms that we have that are being taken away from us little by little, if people don't, you know, respect the people that are incarcerated, man, for their political ideology, man, you know, for how they think, not because they could prove that they were guilty or anything, but just really incarcerated because of, you know, how they think and what they could do, you know, for our community, you know.
That's what's up.
So say cool, man, say cool Dinga, you know. M one of Dead Prez, M hit me up, was like, yo, you know, get on this record, you know, that we doing for Sekou and Sekou's committee and Dequi and yo, and I just want to say that song we did it out of love, you know, and it just sparked the energy, man. It was conspiring with the whole thought that Sekou had to come home and Sekou had to be free like many other political prisoners, and now Sekou's home, man.
That's crazy.
And it's like, so it's like that record is like forever, like a part of a whole 34-year fight to free him. You know what I'm saying?
Folks gotta know that you like Grammy nominated.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Like,
with Yerba Buena, yeah, I did.
So that's what's up. That happened.
Yo, Yerba Buena was also like M1, they was doing a tribute to Fela Kuti. It's called Red Hot Riot, and they had reached out to Dead Prez to do one of, I think it's Struggling or Smiling, one of Fela's old records, you know. Fela's a Nigerian Afrobeat singer. He paved the way for like a lot of Afrobeat that we know now, you know, and like James Brown was inspired by people like Fela, even Bob Marley was friends with Fela, you know, like he's the truth, you know what I mean? His music is serious. So they were doing a tribute to him, and then Andre Levine, that great producer, Andre Levine, he done a lot of big, great things, you know. When Andre reached out to M about the side project, M was like, nah, that's Divine's joint. You gotta get Divine for the joint. So I went into the studio with Andre Levine and we made a big record, you know what I'm saying? Like we opened up for Dave Matthews, rest in peace, Celia Cruz, opened up for Celia. I did a lot of things. I did the Garden, opened up for Juanes at Madison Square Garden with them. You know, so that was like a part of my life where I showed my parents that, you know, cause I'm Puerto Rican, they really, really appreciated like that whole thing. Like, yo, you made a record that I could vibe out with my friends with, like, and we could listen to, that we understand it. You know, so things like that is what led to the day, you know, cause I felt strongly about representing us as a bilingual community all over the world. Tú sabes lo que yo no entiendo, la policía nunca viene a tiempo y siguen jodiendo y jodiendo y siguen la gente muriendo. I'm from a third world country, the Bronx is like Brazil. The murder rate is up out of youth cause they do kill. Killing cause of pain, they feelings is too real. Living for the last 3 days on 2 meals. Life is black and white, refrigerator with no frills. Things ain't looking good as life is dense ill. At the age of 9, they committing their first crime. On the way to juvie like it ain't his first time. But I don't give a fuck cause the youth, he ain't mine. That's how his father's acting, I'm lying, I'm still trying to reach the youth with hard beats and rhyme. Cause it's hard growing up when your school's Columbine. Tú sabes lo que yo no entiendo, la policía nunca viene a tiempo. Y siguen jodiendo y jodiendo, y siguen la gente muriendo. The Bronx, police murder people and get away with it. Coke ain't never left the hood, they stay sniffing. Old lady still out the window snitching. We out here playing with the hand we was given. The Bronx, yeah, we got about 3 or 4 prisons. Rikers Isle got about 7, 8 buildings. ACS, BCW take away children. The prison industry is still making a killing. And the homeless rate here is higher than ever. It's the same old struggle to make it better. Couldn't commute in these shoes through the weather. They stole my coat the first day we moved in the shelter. And it's only getting worse. You know it's hungry when it hurts. Damn, wouldn't think he'd be eating food from the church. Tú sabes lo que yo no entiendo. La policía nunca viene a tiempo. Y siguen jodiendo y jodiendo. Y siguen la gente muriendo.